Okay, a very good morning to Sir Ali. My name is Nobatisha, and my topic for article review is double standards in education for students. Now, for the title defines that since the COVID-19 pandemic, there's a lot of effects, and the one of the effects that I'm going to tell Sir is that in this educational system uh, all the students have their own issues regarding on the online classes and supplies when they want to study because everybody knows that not all people have the luxury to enjoy using the computer laptops, as some of them come from a very poor background and a poor environment that cause a lot of stress due to your parents' abusive background as well as their toxicity. Now, when we talk about this, the main objectives I choose for this for the topic is because this represents the circumstances in which focus on children that are out of school in a very large number or utilizing the atypical learning tools that have become predictable in these recent months of the pandemic. Uh, while these findings are only relevant in this situation, if we dig deeper and question ourselves why various modes of learning work or did not work, it can also assist guide on how to help this learning education as obviously the learning continues under pandemic only on different circumstances which we did not use the classroom. For the methodology in this topic in this article is talks about the qualitative method. This is because research findings in this method the article can use either questionnaire or survey method uh, in regards to question the people about their backgrounds as well as their mental health. So for the findings and results for the few teachers, the majority can use computers, while in the teachers reporting usefulness or training, it only covers at average number. Now moving on to the table. For the table, these are the numbers of the students accurate percentage due to the listings, which is internet at home, at desktop, until it stops at teacher proficiency in using computers. To sum it all, it's actually quite sad because the number of the poor is much more larger compared to the average citizens, because the average citizens is classed with the rich citizens as well, which is actually quite sad. As for the discussion, I would like to point out that the major crisis lie universities need to rethink the status quo. This should be a pathway toward forming a system that can guarantee we meet the students, teachers, and school needs that we have been unintentionally neglect, and to make conveying excellence and equity in education the norm to avoid the hostility and self-doubt amongst them. Uh, in in order to deliver equity in education, uh, the system needs to be to conceive. The system needs to be changed, and and embrace the open-minded amongst all to 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 make them familiarize with the welcoming atmosphere. So in the end of the conclusion of my article is I reviewed the research on what the children experienced a very sadly loss of learning time. As I said, some of them came from a very poor background with their families on the back of their shoulders, in constant pressure, in constant of searching for money for a good accommodation. So we can see that these can actually cause the children to be very depressed. So in my opinions, it's best that we all treat the students in equity to make sure all of them feel safe and feel nurtured, and to avoid the feeling of being an outcast among the school society. Thank you.